Hi guys, we had a lot of comments from you guys in our YouTube videos asking us about the kind of jobs that ACCAs get, the kind of profiles that you all are looking at. So we just thought we'd make this one video and put it out there for helping anyone of y'all who might benefit from this and be able to make a better decision after watching this video, right? Before I just move to this video, guys, a quick reminder, Zell as an institution offers coaching for these professional courses such as ACCA, CFA, CPA, CMA, and IFRS. So before we move to the video, just please like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any such videos and you get all the information you need to make the right decision. Right. Having said that, let's move into the video. So I have a lot of profiles that I wanted to discuss with you all. We'll be covering broadly the profiles of audit, advisory, the kind of profiles that you have in finance, and a little bit more in today's video, right? So starting us off with the most common one, the one where we see the most jobs out there for ACCAs, which is the profile of audit. So audit, very simply put, is acting as a watchdog on those who prepare the accounts. What I mean is, if a company which is as huge as all these giants that we see, if they have so many transactions going on, someone needs to be there acting as a checker and acting as a person who can guarantee that yes, whatever accounts are being prepared are showing the right picture of this particular company, right? So in audit, we have a few common profiles that we can look at. The very first one is statutory audit. Now, statutory audit is basically an audit which is made compulsory or mandatory by the right bodies. So you have to basically see whether the accounts comply with all the rules and regulations set by these respective bodies spread across the world, right? Then we have internal audit. Now, it is very interesting when we talk about internal audit. Internal audit is basically a company on its own conducting same or similar audits to be able to uncover and identify any mistakes, any problems in their accounts before they go about doing a statutory audit, right guys? So commonly in internal audit profiles, companies have their own departments. So we have all these MNCs, we have our Amazons, our Microsofts. These guys have their own internal audit department, or they also outsource it to the big fours, and they have this going on throughout the year. Whereas in stat audit, we have the periods when a company has to submit their audited financial statements, and during that time, most companies conduct a statutory audit. So guys, next we'll talk about forensic audit. Forensic audit is let's just say, an interesting profile that we see a lot of people, a lot of ACCAs working in. So very simply, forensic audit is basically an audit you do after a fraud is uncovered to investigate them, to understand what went wrong, and be able to be in a consulting position where you consult the company on what processes need to be built or what can they do in order to ensure that the similar frauds or other future frauds can be avoided, right? So next we can talk about advisory. So advisory is also another very interesting profile where a lot of ACCAs work. In advisory, commonly we have accounting advisory. So accounting advisory is where you are an expert consultant. You are someone a company is coming to, and they have a complex transaction that they can't account for in accordance with the IFRS or US GAAP or any other regulations. So they come to you for accounting advice as to how they should account for this and how it should be treated in the coming years, right? Next, we have risk advisory. Now, risk advisory and internal audit or internal controls are very similar profiles. Risk advisory is a little bit different because it looks at mitigating risk. What we mean is that you look at and you study the company's internal controls in place, their processes in place, you try and identify potential risks that might lead to frauds, and you try and work on avoiding them by improving the processes, improving the internal controls, right? Next, we have business consulting. Now, business consulting is a little outside, and it's a job, a profile that you don't only see ACCAs working in, but almost every professional qualification, an MBA, a proper master's, all these profiles can lead you to a business consulting job. So business consulting is, like the word itself suggests, being able to consult on somebody's business. whether their business model is appropriate in the current economy, whether they are looking at the right futuristic forecasts. Just understanding what can be improved, what is a problem, what is a risk right now, and being able to come up with solutions and furtherances. Right, guys? Next, we have a lot of profiles in the financial space, financial management. Inside the most interesting one, I'm sure a lot of you all might have chosen to pursue such qualifications to probably get into such a profile, which is basically M&A, mergers and acquisitions. So in M&A, most commonly we see profiles in both the buying side and the selling side. So what I mean is, in the buying side, the most common profile is the profile of due diligence. Of course, before a company is trying to merge or acquire another company, they need to do all sorts of due diligence. They need to check whether what that company is promising to be, whether the assets that they are showing in their accounts are all there, are in good condition, and all those checks that are done to ensure that a right value is placed on the company. That's on the buying side. On the selling side, similarly, it's about valuations, understanding what my company is currently able to do, understanding what their future prospects are, and based on that, coming up with valuations, coming up with a value that the company can give to the buying company for an acquisition, right? Then a lot of us are also wondering that, okay, that's something that I can enter with and work in these profiles, but what's the end goal for me? So right, guys, one thing that I want to make it very clear for you all is, no matter what professional qualification you pursue, you have all it takes in you to get to those CXO positions. If it's a CEO, if it's a CFO or COO, these are all positions well within your reach. So for example, one of our faculties, Nirbhay Vasa, is a CFO of a multinational company called Abans Group, and he himself is an ACCA. So just something for you all to take away, that there's the right profile which you once identify, you can enter, you can work your way upwards, and the director level positions, the CXO level positions are completely in your reach, right? Having said that, guys, we would like for this video to reach out to a lot of people, and for that we need your support. So I urge you all to please like, share, and subscribe to this video. Leave any comments for any queries that you might have, because answering your queries is what we like to do here, and we'd like to continue doing it. Thank you.